When people think of the golden age of cinema, they often picture serious leading men and glamorous Hollywood stars. But it was also a wild time for bold and daring actresses who lived life on their own terms. These women had affairs and relationships whenever they wanted without worrying about the gossip their actions caused. That's not to say that cheating is always the classiest move. Some of the icons on this list, like Vivian Leigh and Elizabeth Taylor, and their male cohorts, of course, threw innocent third parties under the bus in shocking ways by the standards of any era. But on the other end of the spectrum, there were fabulous figures like Jane Mansfield, who kept smitten Satanist Anton LaVey on romantic tenterhooks. Lupe Velez, who deliberately courted scandal to prove a point about malevolent gossip. And Louise Brooks, who left Hollywood so that she could sleep around and drink gin in peace. Elizabeth Taylor. Elizabeth Taylor, with her mesmerizing violet eyes and undeniable talent, was a true force both on and off the screen. One of her most jaw-dropping moments came when she got involved with Eddie Fisher, who, by the way, was married to her best friend Debbie Reynolds at the time. This wasn't just a fleeting affair. Taylor and Fisher actually got married, igniting one of the biggest scandals Hollywood had ever seen in the 1950s. But Elizabeth didn't stop there. In total, she married 7 times. The great love of her life? That would be Richard Burton, whom she married not once, but twice. Their relationship was the stuff of Hollywood legend, marked by intense fights and equally intense reconciliations. After her final divorce in 1996, Taylor decided she'd had enough of marriage and remained single until her death in 2011. Elizabeth Taylor truly lived life on her own terms, leaving behind a legacy as one of the most iconic stars of all time. Vivian Leigh. Vivian Leigh, the unforgettable Scarlett O'Hara in Gone with the Wind, and the troubled Blanche Dubois in A Streetcar Named Desire, lived a life as dramatic as any of her iconic roles. Imagine this. Leigh sees Laurence Olivier in a play and boldly declares, "That's the man I'm going to marry." There was just one small hitch. They were both already married to other people. But that didn't deter Vivian. With laser focus, she pursued Olivier, even going so far as to follow him and his pregnant wife on a vacation to Capri. Leigh's ruthless ambition paid off when Olivier eventually left his wife, and the two tied the knot. However, their relationship was as tempestuous as her on-screen characters, proving that sometimes getting what you want comes with its own set of challenges. Tallulah Bankhead. Tallulah Bankhead was a legendary figure in Hollywood, known for her beauty, rebellious spirit, and wicked wit. Her deep, sultry voice and unapologetic lifestyle made her a sex symbol and a standout personality of her time. Bankhead's love life was as wild as her personality, famously marrying actor John Emery, who resembled and was as well endowed as the legendary John Barrymore. One of her most notorious antics was a party trick where she would dramatically unveil her sleeping husband to guests, exclaiming, "Did you ever see a prick as big as that before?" Openly bisexual, Bankhead defied the conventions of her era, living life entirely on her own terms. Despite her eccentricities, she was also a talented actress, with a career that spanned decades, leaving an indelible mark on Hollywood as a true original who embraced life with audacity and humor. Jane Mansfield. Jane Mansfield. If you want racy and fabulous, look no further than Jane Mansfield. This blonde bombshell gives new meaning to the phrase va va voom. She had countless lovers and was even rumored to have had a fling with JFK. But her most bizarre relationship was with Anton LaVey, the founder of the Church of Satan. Yes, you heard that right. Mansfield allegedly loved to tease poor Anton, much to her friends' amusement. She'd call him up, get all seductive on the phone, while her pals listened in and tried not to laugh. Talk about playing with fire, or in this case, brimstone. LaVey was so obsessed with Mansfield that after her tragic death in a car accident, he claimed he'd put a curse on her boyfriend. Now that's what I call a bad breakup. Clara Bow, silent film star. Clara Bow was Hollywood's original it girl, but by the ripe old age of 28, she was caught up in more scandals than you could shake a stick at. Most of her troubles came from treating casual boyfriends as engagements, including flings with heartthrob Gary Cooper and director Victor Fleming. But wait, there's more. Clara once developed a crush on her doctor while being treated for a case of nerves. Next thing you know, the doctor's wife is suing for divorce and naming Beau as the cause. Talk about a house call gone wrong. And let's not forget the most outrageous rumor of all, that she'd slept with the entire USC football team. Now that's what I call team spirit. Louise Brooks. Louise Brooks had a short but impactful film career. With her iconic bob haircut and smoldering gaze, she left an indelible mark on cinema. But here's the kicker. She hated Hollywood. Brooks preferred a life of sex, books, and gin. Now that's a motto to live by. Brooks had many lovers, including a one-night stand with the legendary Greta Garbo. She left her first husband for the owner of the Washington Redskins, then left him to marry someone else, only to ditch that marriage after less than 6 months. By 26, she was done with showbiz, but she never regretted leaving the limelight. Louise Brooks. Proof that sometimes the most interesting stories happen after the cameras stop rolling. Lupe Velez. Known as the Mexican Spitfire, Lupe Velez's life was as dramatic as her death. She dated Gary Cooper for years and called him the love of her life. But boy, was she jealous. There are wild stories about her sniffing Cooper's crotch at parties, looking for evidence of cheating. Now that's what I call taking matters into your own hands. Velez was said to have hundreds of lovers, though she may have encouraged these rumors herself. She was known for her unbridled exhibitionism. Legend has it she'd lift her dress at parties to show off her lack of underwear. Talk about a free spirit. Sadly, Velez's life ended in tragedy, but her larger-than-life personality lives on in Hollywood lore. Diana Dors. Diana Dors, this British actress, was the definition of notorious. With her ostentatious mansion, kitschy parties, and multiple marriages, Dors scandalized proper British society. The Archbishop of Canterbury even called her a wayward hussy. Now that's what I call a celebrity endorsement. But here's where it gets really wild. Diana secretly filmed her guests having sex during her infamous parties. That's right, hidden cameras in the bedrooms. The footage would be transmitted to a screening room where other guests could watch. Talk about reality TV before its time. Dors was proof that sometimes the British can be even more scandalous than their American counterparts. Barbara Lamar, silent movie star. Barbara Lamar lived fast and died young. She came to Hollywood dreaming of being a great tragedienne. A judge once described her as too beautiful to be in a big city. Talk about a backhanded compliment. Lamar became famous for her wild love life and dramatic quotes like, "I take lovers like roses, by the dozen, and I cheat nature. I never sleep more than 2 hours a night. I have better things to do." Now that's what I call burning the candle at both ends. Sadly, her fast-paced lifestyle caught up with her, and she passed away at just 29. Barbara Lamar, a reminder that sometimes the brightest stars burn out the fastest. Daisy and Violet Hilton. Daisy and Violet Hilton. Last but certainly not least, we have the conjoined twins, Daisy and Violet Hilton. These vaudeville stars were joined at the lower back and spine, but that didn't stop them from living life to the fullest. They allegedly had dozens of affairs despite their unique physical situation. Now that's what I call teamwork. Here's a wild tidbit. The great Harry Houdini himself taught the twins how to mentally tune each other out for bedroom privacy. Talk about a specialized skill. The Hilton sisters even tried to get married, but ran into legal trouble. Apparently, marrying one twin would technically count as bigamy. Now that's a plot twist worthy of a Hollywood movie. If you enjoyed this glimpse into the wild side of Hollywood's golden age, make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more fascinating stories from the past. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. Let us know in the comments which story surprised you the most. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.